What's up, gamers? Welcome to another episode of BC Plays, and today we are playing Sine Mora Ex, which is a game we talked about on the podcast. Has a little bit of an interesting curve to it. It's a shmup, so not quite bullet hell, I'd say, but there are some elements there that are interesting.
Luckily, it is not going to be terribly demanding of us to not take any hits, because unlike a lot of shooters where it's kind of a one and done, this game, you actually have time that plays into it that's basically serving as your life. And now, as you get hit, it's going to reduce the amount of time you have left before the stage ends. But as you shoot stuff, it increases your time. So it gives you a chance to kind of stay in the fight, even if you're not doing perfect. So.
I think so. Okay. So let's see if we can get into this. Now, it's a little bit of a different thing here. We're going to play the story mode. We're going to play co-op. Did we select co-op here?
Yeah, so we're going to do... Okay. We're going to start from chapter 1. So we'll start right near the beginning. But as you can see, the players do not get absolutely identical ships, but there is an ability to play couch co-op, which I certainly appreciate.
This is not the very beginning of the game. We're just going to play a little bit more. And I'm going to be playing a little bit of a drone, and Aaron's going to be playing the normal
I'm getting
ship.
Star Fox vibes right now. It's like, instead of Slippy, we've got Linth Yatu.
A little bit. All right, so I'm this little... Oh, actually, I'm the plane.
All right. So
and Aaron is the drone. So Aaron's will be using the right analog stick to shoot.
Yes.
And I will be using X to shoot, which I don't know if I quite understand.
It's weird that they chose different controls. It's interesting, though. I do like being able to, instead of shooting straight ahead, I do like being able... It almost feels like R-Type in a way, where you have the bits that can kind of be deployed out from the ship.
Right. Now, these little red things we're picking up are upgrades to our weapon.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if Aaron's weapon gets upgraded as we get better, but as we get hit, those things pop off, and we need to go collect them, which is actually a really interesting.
What I'm going to do is, as stuff starts coming on screen, I can actually shoot backwards, so I'll be able to.
Which will be a very interesting thing, because normally you don't have the ability to do that. So
time mass stabilized.
All right, so we're going to speed through some of this stuff here, because we don't want to ruin all the story, but instead we want to get a little bit of the killing going here.
Now this looks awesome.
Yes. So this stuff is bad. We need to go... Now, I have the ability to slow down time a little bit to get through some of these. Now, that is regulated by the speed meter here. So as you can see, there are a lot of things on the screen. Not quite bullet hell, but a lot of things on the screen for us to do. And we can shoot these little missiles here and there to get us through. Ooh. Whoa. Now, interestingly enough, I actually find, Aaron, that when you're trying to navigate bullet hell, it's easier to use the D-pad. And then when you're trying to just do normal ship movements, it's easier to use the analog pad, which is very interesting.
Yeah, so I'm going to try and take out that turret on top, because that feels like...
Whoa!
Yeah, I really appreciate how slick the graphics are. Now, we don't have a ton of time left.
We do not have a lot of time. We have a lot
Chris and I are going to be getting after it to try and shoot some stuff. But you can see, we're going 28 seconds. We started out at 17. So we're kind of back in the fight. And that's part of what I appreciate, is it didn't require us to be absolutely perfect.
Right.
I do like that it has kind of the Ikaruga feel of the red and blue contrasting shots.
Yeah.
And they really are animated in a way where it's very sharp contrast to the background, so you can clearly see what's on screen. You don't feel like you're just getting spammed. That is a very nice sub-weapon.
I'm gonna knock through that a little bit, because I want this thing dead.
I'm gonna try and shoot the bottom tentacle.
All right. Here we go.
So let's see what our next target is. I'm gonna go and see if I can finish that turret on top.
What you can't see, you might not be able to understand on the screen here, is that this thing is creating some wind that's pushing our ships back. So it's you're actually fighting to push forward the entire time.
I do like how dynamic
Isn't
that
it? Yeah. So we're gonna scoop through this a little bit here, and now we're underwater.
This does feel like the best of what Star Fox 64 had to in terms of level design.
We're gonna need some help here. These mines, these things seem to attract to my ship here.
Now, it's funny, I talked on the podcast about Sin and Punishment, how you couldn't always tell background, foreground.
Yeah.
This is a little bit easier,
like that.
But there's elements here.
Help. Oh, man.
Ooh, lots of power-ups at least. Lots of firepower. Yeah, you can see
I got knocked.
Chris's primary weapon is starting to power up.
Here we go. Okay. Now we're going to go through some tunnels here. And we have to be careful. We don't want to hit the walls necessarily here. But again, just like any other shmup, you're sitting here, you're just kind of holding on to the shoot button. You don't really have any reason not to.
Yeah, and this is where I do like the two-player part of it, where you have to, Chris is only able to shoot straight, whereas for me, I can be able to shoot behind if there's an enemy that we miss that's continuing
really
to shoot us.
I played this a little bit for one player, and it's very, very helpful to have that backward shot.
Let's see, so this feels like, it looked like the wall was about to turn into a boss, but maybe it's just that I played Final Fantasy IV so much that I'm used to demon walls stalking
me. The demon walls getting closer.
So we got, I feel like we've got an ample amount of time, but maybe, you know, as you start taking shots, that can change quickly.
All right, here we go. I like the spread effect as you get more bigger power-ups in your weapon here.
I appreciate that you've got a sub-meter called Punk Spirit, which for a game that was partially developed by Grasshopper Manufacturer, if anybody's played any of Suda51's games, I feel like that's a very Suda thing.
Here we go.
I don't trust this.
Going deeper.
It also has kind of a Metroid vibe, where when you're going through, you're punching through that wall to go to the next area.
Uh-oh, I hear some
very cool
things going on here. Do we need to kill these up here too? Yeah. Always want to kill as much as we can, because we'll hopefully get some power-ups and things from these enemies.
So we're going to see if the Sine Mora spread fire is as powerful as the original Contra spread fire. The most busted weapon, other than the metal blades of all time.
Time mass stabilize. Well, here we go. We're going in. And here we go.
Very cool. I'm really liking these bosses.
Yeah.
Very stylish, but also...
Whoa.
Alright, so that's a lot going on. So I'm going to see if I can
trying to get rid of some of these
do my little
here.
thing.
And it's neat how it's kind of hard in two players. It's kind of interesting. It keeps taking you away and bringing it back. But what we're really doing is we're moving across the other side of the enemy. And we're slowly beating down every piece of it.
I see a lot of torpedo-esque things. Yeah. It's got lasers. There's a lot going on.
Oh no. Don't want to lose all that power.
All right, so let's get these
lasers. Here, I can't really do much to get down there, but Aaron, you could actually, even if you were up top with me, you could shoot at an angle to get some of those things, which is nice.
One of the things that I like, so compared to Gradius, where, let's say if you were to get hit, you get all these power-ups, you got options, you get everything, and you just completely lose them, and you have to start over with nothing. I do appreciate how it allows the firepower things to go on screen to where you can recover them. I think that's really, really key. That it gives you a chance to get back with your kind of ultra-powered weaponry.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this is hard. We got a little bit of we got to push. Oh,
yeah, I'm getting pushed.
We can't quite get our weapons that we were over here trying to collect.
See if I can help Chris.
Oh, I'll keep losing them. Let's see if we can get up in here.
Get out of that.
I'm going to start using some.
Whoa, that was very cool looking.
Oh, we're going to lose our weapons. Oh, it's so awful.
So I'm going to do what I can to take out this, give Chris some cover.
These depth charges are pretty rough. Oh, he's back open again. All right, let's see what we can do here. I like this fast forward feature. I really do.
That I appreciate. Because let's be honest, Chris, nobody played Star Fox for the story. As much as Slippy's amazing, amazing dialogue, and telling me to do a barrel roll multiple times.
Exactly.
I can't say I played that game for the story.
Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of stage 2 here. I love how this part looks.
This looks
really
great.
Neat looking.
All right, here we go. Back in it. So we got 27 seconds to make some things happen. And this is where the shooting behind really is going to come. It really does help.
Let's see if we can get some of these weapon power-ups
back. I will say, even though I don't have all the power-up stuff, I do really like the fact that I feel like I have something unique that I can contribute because I can kind of maneuver around and shoot every direction. So it makes the two-player, even though I could see some people saying, hey, give both of us the busted special weapons, I do appreciate that there is a reason to have one person play one player and another person to be the second player, and it actually matters who's 1 versus 2 player.
Yeah.
I can imagine on harder difficulties that bullet hell element, you know, that shot spray gets a little bit thicker.
Here Here we go. Here we go. We're doing well here. I like the little bullet casings coming out of our ships, too.
I've been exploded once again. All right, we got a giant warship.
Oh, my goodness. There's a lot coming here. Oh, let's do some slowness here. The
Perimeter watchtower.
All right, here we go. We're going to use a little bit of a...
lot going on the screen.
Lots going on. Lots going on. Well, I've got some extra little ships with me. I don't know how that happened.
I feel like being in the spotlight of that giant whatever it is probably not what we want to do.
Yeah, probably not. All right, let's maneuver slowly through it.
All right, I'm going to hit these torpedo things.
I get the torpedo. Oh, no. Come back.
A lot going on.
All right.
I do find it weird that my drone has exploded every
Yeah, I don't
time.
quite... The explosion probably isn't... Maybe, like, joining up with me or something would be a better option.
The drone budget must be very, very significant for this federation that's funding this.
All right.
And I'm going.
Ooh, here we
Giggling.
go again.
I do appreciate the...
All right.
All right, so a little foreground, background action going on.
Yeah, those become foreground. I see. It's a little bit of the same thing you talked about before.
Yeah, it can be jarring, especially at difficulty levels where every shot or every hit you take is going to count. That is something I pay attention to, is how well am I able to judge what's going on the screen and when I'm in danger.
Right, right.
I really like the backgrounds. Very cool, very dynamic.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
No, Mosquito, no, no! Just plowing into it to get everything I can.
Power up seppuku.
Oh man, that's rough. Oh, it's rough. It's rough. We're not doing great anymore.
That's okay. That's what I'm here. I'm your caddy to go pick up
yes. All right. Now,
very cool.
We're getting pretty close here. Let's see.
Oh.
There we go. Got him. I kind of like it's neat, these little cities and such underneath the rocks here.
It feels like there is a real world that we're in.
Yeah.
It's not just kind of, hey, go to the water stage and go to the fire stage.
Ooh, grub worms. Yummy. Oh my gosh. Ah.
All right, these things are not messing around.
I'm touching the sides and everything. It's all sorts of bad. All sorts of bad news. Woo.
Uh-oh.
Whoa, a grub worm thing. That helps.
Yeah, the acid is definitely
not
the most threatening part of these things.
Oh man.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did not see that one coming.
Yeah. No, gotta get them.
But this is where I really appreciate. Normally, if this were a game where you take 1 or 2 hits and you're dead, I would be frustrated at this point. I can already tell you. Whereas I'd say, oh, I didn't see that acid coming out. I couldn't steer it. But the fact that there is a fairly low degree of punishment, at least giving you a chance to get back in the game. Now, you do have to learn how to play and learn the level a little bit. But you can tell. I mean, we have not played the stage perfectly, but we're still in it.
But it's fun though, I tell you. Oh my gosh!
And if you get to the point where you're just way better than we are, we're not on the hardest difficulty, so you've got that option available to scale it a lot harder.
Now we're flipping around.
All right, this is where
I'm gonna keep using these specials.
I really like the special weapons so far.
There we go.
Dryad, it's Duroc. Carrier.
Dryad.
Here we go.
Interesting. All right, so we're bombing the train cars.
Yeah, here we go. Oh my gosh. Hello.
We got some bullet hell. That is real. I love that slowdown effect. It is
it's
really
really
cool.
nice, isn't it?
And it's not even the fact that it has it. I think the
yeah.
animation, the fact that the graphical fidelity is enough
Yeah.
to really allow you to maneuver. It has that matrix effect.
Oh no! I looked over and lost my. There it goes. Okay. Bum, 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 bum. I just want to be right up in front of
That
him to
was
use
very
that.
impressive.
I know I took a hit I probably shouldn't have, but you know, it's fine. It's like a little train city.
Train, city, mansion, haunted house. There's a lot of possibilities.
Yep.
And I explode because that's just what you do.
Whoa.
I hope I get a power up that actually lets me detonate on enemies because I feel like that's appropriate given the theme.
Wow, it's quite a lot of little bullets there.
Very cool.
Now the trade-off is in most bullet hell games, you know, it's a little less insane. Well, it can be more insane than that, but the
Heading for the surface now.
algorithms they use to like judge how those bullets move makes it a little bit more easier
Right.
to predict. This is a
Totally
little bit
agree.
crazier, less predictability.
We didn't lose a single person.
All right, so we're gonna try this last little bit here and let's see how it goes. Actually, you know what? Might be a good time to call it.
It went very well. 98%. That's a
98%.
high
I think
percentage.
that's pretty good. We're gonna make sure we save the rest of you. I don't want you to see any more of this because it's a good game. You need to be playing it.
Absolutely.
It's really, really cheap. So, with that, I think we will call this episode of BCG Plays. We will see you next time.
See you soon.